Chris, congratulations on the victory. I guess no more answering questions about the losing streak and that sort of thing. So, what's the feeling right now to get this victory?
Oh man, I got to win in 2020. I don't have to listen to my son telling me that I haven't had a win since 2017. I said 2020, baby, you got a dub. Let's go.
Yeah. Looked like you opened up with a little Stephen Thompson karate. Was that the plan to come in there and strike a little bit, or did you know you were going straight to the wrestling?
You know, I really felt great, like in sparring and stuff, doing a lot of that different type of motion and movement on the feet. But the goal with this one was, you know, I knew my bread and butter is the wrestling and takedowns. So the goal was just to kind of stay relaxed and not play too much on the feet. You know, a lot of my fights in the past, I'm winning on the feet, then I got caught, you know, just trying to go for it and be exciting. And so the goal was to try to get to my bread and butter this time as much as possible. It was just such a weird fight, man. It was so sloppy. Every time I got to his legs, it was like I was like a little bit off, like a little bit too low on the leg or a little bit too high. The weight was just off. It turned into like a sloppy fight. But it came down to that third round. I was able to dig deep, you know, and come up with a W. Even in the second round, when he was getting to the single leg, I kept going for this new choke I was doing, and every single damn time I was going for it, he fucking just took me down. I'm like, damn it, what am I freaking doing? Stop doing it. I have to get back to my overhook and wrist. But, you know, I went for it. It was a scrappy fight. I'm just happy to get back inside the octagon and find a way to win. He was strong as hell. You know, he's a scrappy guy. He hasn't lost in 6 fights. So it was good to get out there and start over again in the middleweight division.
Yeah. I was going to say, it was kind of clear. It looked like you were starting to tire a little bit in the second round, but obviously you did dig deep. I mean, that's a character check, right? So what's going through your head between rounds 2 and 3? Was there advice? Was there adjustments? What clicked that you were able to dig deep and pull out that last round?
I just know it's a tough man contest at that point. You know, who's tougher? I put myself in those situations from wrestling and then all throughout my career of pushing through when you're exhausted in practice, and you're never truly prepared for it. You know, you hit that third round, it's a close one, and it's gut check time. You got Longo in your face screaming, "Let's go! You got 5 minutes. Let's go! What do you got?" And you're never 100% prepared, but you just got to be a tough motherfucker at that point, and that's what I did. I was like, I gotta win. I can't be a little biatch. Sorry for all the cursing.
Obviously, the win is important, but from your tone, maybe you weren't happy with the performance or happy with the way things went?
No, I definitely. That is not a fight that I imagined, to be honest. You know, I always envision wars and tough times and pushing through, but that was just, even in some of my finest moments in that fight, it was sloppy. And I really kind of pride myself in being a technician and making things look pretty and making it look easy. And I wasn't able to do that tonight. But I do think it was a good step in the right direction. I get a W against a tough guy, and I'm excited to get in there with some of these top-tier guys in the middleweight and really start making a statement. I feel like I'm renewed, and I got a fresh start here.
Nice. Last thing for me, as you said, I mean, you got your eyes on the top of the division, but where do you go from here? I mean, are you wanting to turn around quickly? Do you want to take some time? Do you have names in mind? I mean, what makes sense for you?
I'm ready to move on. I'm ready to move pretty damn quick here. I'm healthy. I've been training pretty damn hard since May. And I feel great. So I want to get going pretty damn quick here. So we'll talk to the UFC. I'm moving in this month, so I gotta focus on that for like the next couple of weeks, and then I'm gonna be ready to go. I'm gonna stay in shape and be ready to go.
Chris, to your right. Did you it seemed like maybe you didn't have the explosion or the quickness that you normally did. Did you feel that way? Like, were you able to get in on him as quickly as you normally would be able to?
I just got, I don't know about that. I was a little off. Every time when I decide to, so a lot of my techniques when I get to a high crotch is more finesse than explosion. And when I got to his leg and I tried to finesse him down, and then by the time I decided to go into more of an explosion technique of running through on double, he was already a little bit too far away and was able to get his elbows in between us, and it was hard to really explode through like I know I can. So I could see where you could see like how you saw that. But that's something that I could easily correct. I also feel like on the feet, as far as my technique and striking, it was just a little off because my goal was to get the takedown. As good as I know I am on stand-up and what I could do, it was like I really wanted to focus on getting to the ground and not play that game. I needed to get this W. So
My other question for you is just, what is the mindset mentally when you were the champion on the way up, undefeated, you're brimming with confidence when you're 1-5, and even though, you talk about all those losses that you had where you were winning the fights, is there a thing in the back of your mind that, nagging, the bad person in there nagging at you, and did anybody help you through that mentally?
Even when I was coming up and I was undefeated, champion of the world, I always had the doubts. There's always self-doubt, and you got to push through. And when you start having some losses and you have more criticism on you, it does pile up, and you have maybe even a little bit more. But that's the position we put ourselves in, is to be vulnerable to being critiqued. And the more pressure, the better. At the end of the day, I truly love to do this. I love to have all that pressure on myself. I love that feeling of being a little, scared, and that feeling of wanting to run away from the situation and pushing through in those moments. And so, I don't. It's good.
So speaking of that feeling of scared, did you happen to see the main event at all?
I actually didn't. I just know Derek Lewis won.
I was just
TKO.
going to
I don't know.
see Derek Lewis come charging out like that. I want to know what you thought.
What happened? What did he do?
In the second round, he stormed out of the corner and landed a big shot, dropped him, and finished him with
Oh, really?
ground and pound. Yeah.
Nice. He's a monster.
Just to clarify, in round 3, I think it was that a banana split you were going for?
I was going for a banana split, man. I've hit that in sparring, but you can kind of, some guys, when you get to that position, you kind of feel like if they're going to tap or not, if they have that, like kind of how their muscle is wired, kind of. Like some guys are a little bit more flexible to where you could really pull it, but he was super strong, and his muscles were well put together. And once I started really putting muscle into spreading his legs apart, I realized, you know what? His muscles are well put together. He's not going to split here. So I had to find my way and scramble on top. But yeah, I did go for the banana split.
Would you describe your muscles as well put together, or is that something you need to work on?
No, my muscles are pretty well put together. If he put me in a banana split, I'm not tapping either.
Chris, Jim Greashopper, Cage Side Seat. Congratulations, man. It's been a long road for you. I just want to talk to you a little bit about that champion's mindset, because it never leaves, right? You're always a champion. So do you feel like more of a champion now to have gutted it out the way you have over these years? Not more than you were when you beat Anderson Silva. That's a little bit ridiculous. But I mean, just in terms of your feeling right now, do you feel almost as much like a champion now as you did then with the adversity you've overcome?
Damn right I'm a champion. I've been through so much damn adversity. I've had so much critique on me, from being the undefeated world champion to never really getting the love or the respect I feel like I deserved when I was on top, and then finally getting knocked down, and then everybody jumping on top trying to kick me when I was down. And then to overcome that, is a championship mindset. And a big part of me pushing through and continuing to do what I do, and with the confidence I have, is to help inspire other people. Life is it's not going to turn out the way you want all the time, and you got to be able to push through and F the doubters, and just believe in yourself. And, yeah.
At your lowest moments, and you've had those, and you've had the highest of highs too, but at your lowest moments, what did you do? What did you say to yourself to keep pushing through? Because you live a life, you're a family guy, moving to South Carolina. I don't know how that's going to work with a New Yorker, but all the things that you've done in your life set you up to where you didn't have to keep doing this, but something inside you keeps going, and then tonight you get the win, and now you're going to keep going and try to get that belt back. Can you just talk about what you did in those moments to keep pushing through?
I have a great support system. I have a lot of people that truly believe in me. My coaches here, all my cornermen, my family. I'm not in this alone at all. If I was, I might have been done a long time ago. But I have a lot of people who truly believe in me and know my potential, and I'm not done showing the world what I'm capable of. And so in those moments, just don't back down, don't quit, and just keep moving forward. It's not going to be pretty, but just keep moving forward.
That's the final one for me. Is it was vintage Chris Weidman. I mean, it was wrestling, it was grappling, it was dirty, it was nasty, but that's you, man, and you love those kind of fights, and you proved it again tonight.
I appreciate that, man. Thank you.
All right, congrats, Chris.
Thank you. Schmo, ask me something. Better be good too.
How much do you have to pay Aljamain to be in your corner for this fight? Because I know you weren't cornering him in his last fight.
Yeah, I wasn't invited. You know, I did say to him before his fight, I was like, listen, I am there for you if you need me. And he's like, I'm good, man. Thanks, bro. I appreciate it. But to have him in my corner was awesome. You know, I wanted to bring some of that juju he started back in, when he just fought Sandhagen. You know, I wanted to go across the octagon, just grab him, throw him on the cage, pull him down, and rear naked choke him within like 30 seconds without being punched once. But ended up being a pretty damn sloppy fight grind. And it is what it is.
And just to clarify, your back was against the wall. Top 15 guy getting the victory against. How important is this win in your career?
Yeah, this is huge for me, man. I think this was a big moment for me to come back to the middleweight division, to go against a guy who's very tough, and to come out with a hard-fought victory. I think puts me right back into the middleweight division where I want to be.
Great job.
Thank you, Shmo. Thank you, guys.